In this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple ways to get coins in FIFA 23. And you're going to need to come over to the transfer market for this video. But before I show you all these methods, I need to tell you how trading works so you understand it. Trading is the process of buying a card at one price and selling it on at a higher price. And once you've done that, you keep the profit in between. So now that you know how trading works, I can jump into the first of 3 simple ways to get coins in this game. And the first method we're going to be talking about is sniping and bidding. And if you want to build the best team possible in FIFA 23, make sure to go and buy some coins from Mule Factory. Use that code LE5CHEAP. This is going to be part of a series where I show off all of my methods. I'm not holding anything back over these next few weeks. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, drop a like. And I'll tell you what, boys, if you want to win yourself 12,000 FIFA points, all you need to do is like this video, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. And I'm going to show you how to snipe cards and how to bid on cards the most effective way. Honestly, by doing this, you'll make a ton of coins. So the first thing that you need to do is go and find a player's price. As you can see on the market, Carvajal is currently selling for around 4,000 coins. The way that I'm finding that price is just by putting this max buy now just down as much as I can until I don't see as many cards on the market. And his actual minimum selling price on the market is currently 3.7k. So now all I need to do is just come over to this max buy now and set it probably a few hundred coins lower so we avoid the EA tax. And then what I need to do is come over to this maximum price right here and set it to 15 million just by pressing this right trigger. And then what I'm going to do is put this max price down, search up on the market, and just keep doing that over and over again. Now the reason why you need to change something on this max price is because if you don't, the market won't refresh. The market only refreshes every 30 seconds if you don't do this. So it's a really important step that you don't want to miss out. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm just going at 3.4k. And now all I need to do is list it up at 3.7k, and we have just completed our first trade in FIFA 23. Honestly, this is the most simple method, but don't forget there's also bidding. Now bidding, in my opinion, is better when you've got a lot more coins because you can just go through and mass bid. Now that's a method for a different video, but let me show you the most basic method. Now we know that his price is around 3.7k, so I'm putting this max price to 3.4k, and then what I'm doing is I'm coming onto the market and I'm going to try and drop some bids at around 3,000 coins, and I'm trying to just win as many of these as I possibly can do. And this is the next method for bidding. Now we're going to come back at the end of this video to see if that card that I've just bought sells on, but this next method, you need to know it. You absolutely need to know it. Now I want to show you how I find players to trade with. Now what you need to do is come over to the squad building challenges, and once you come over to the squad building challenges, you need to take a look through to see what's going on at the minute. Now when you see this video, this might be different, or when you see it, it could be the same. I really don't know. But basically what you need to do is go through and try and find yourself any SBCs that sort of have a good demand for them. Maybe SBCs that you look at and you go, you know what, that's actually a pretty decent SBC. Because if you have that thought that it's a decent SBC, someone else will have that thought, and someone else will have that thought, and someone else will have that thought, and that then creates something called demand. Now supply and demand is very, very important for trading. For example, we've got at the minute a team of the season challenge 9, 8 Serie A players pack. Looks pretty good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the requirements over here, and I'm going to think, right, okay, players from the same league, min 3, more players, min 2, start level, overall rating, 31k. Okay, interesting. And now I need to start thinking, how do I find players who fit into this SBC, and then how do I trade with them? And one player in particular who works in this SBC is Danilo. Now this is what you need to do too. You need to work out what kinds of players fit into these SBCs. Now Danilo on the market is currently selling for around 1.6k. Now let me show you. As you can see right here, he's actually going for about 1.6, 1.7k. Now this is what you need to do. You need to trade around these players, and if you can buy these players at the right time, you can genuinely make yourself hundreds of thousands of coins. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sit here at maybe about 1.2k using that sniping method from the first method I showed off, and hopefully I should find myself a good deal. And after a few seconds, look at this banging deal that I've just got. 500 big ones. The thing is as well, now I can come over here and I can go and get him sold on, and because I've managed to get him at such a low price, I can sell him for the tiniest bit cheaper than what he's going on for the market. That doesn't make sense. Regardless though, I can sell him on for 1.6k. Hopefully he'll sell on a bit quicker, but we'll check at the end. Now, this is a good method. This method right here is really good, but this next method made me 400,000 coins in 24 hours. Now, I've not done a video sort of trading for a long time this year, mainly because I value my mental health far too much. If this video gets over 1,000 likes though, I will sit here and try and make coins for 24 hours. So if you want to see that, drop a like on this video. Regardless though, what you need to do is come over here and set the chemistry style to shadow and set the quality to gold rare. Now, if you're a long time fan of this channel, you'll have seen this method before, but I have tweaked it ever so slightly. Now, what you need to do is just come over here and go and find the minimum price that all these cards are selling for. Now, what I'm doing is I'm coming here and I'm taking a look at around 1.5k, 1.6k. Okay, we're looking good. And then what you want to do is just come over here and keep putting this down until there is 1 or 0 cards past the hour mark. And as you can see right here, there's roughly about 3. So what I'm going to do, just for this tutorial's sake, I'm just going to be a bit sneaky and I'm just going to buy that card right there and wait for this one to go to 59 minutes. It'll all make sense in a second. So now I've got 1 card past the hour mark. Now what I mean by that is just take a look here. There's 1 card past the hour. That's all you need. Just 1 card or 0 cards. You need to just, you'll work it out. Just work it out. Now once you've done this, now what you need to do is you need to press compare price and back. So square and circle on the PlayStation, X or B if you're on the Xbox. And just keep doing it over and over again. Now if you set it up like this, the game glitches and basically you can snipe the same way that we were doing before, but without changing that max price. So you'll always see the newly listed cards. Now I'm sitting here because if I sit here, right here, I can see the newly listed cards quicker than bots can see it. So there's no way that any bots are going to pick up these cards. Anyone who's sniping mindlessly won't see these cards. And there we go. We've just managed to get a deal after a few minutes. Renan Lodi at 1.5k. And let's go and check on the market, see how much he's going for. Let's take a look. Oh my god, Shadow Lodi is going for, okay, 4,000 coins. Now I mentioned before that I've sort of changed this method. If you've got to this point in the video, let me show you the absolute sauce. I try my best to include all the best stuff at the end of the videos. I feel like a lot of people click off way too early. So if you're using this method, gold, brush, shadow, what you need to do after that is come over to this right here, the positions, and start to go and trade with individual positions. The one that I like personally is always left back and CDM. The reason why I prefer these is because you can actually find yourself completely different players by sniping them, and sometimes they will go for a bit more because they are in left back or CDM and maybe they've been position changed or whatever. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing as what I was doing before, and I would just come over until there's 1 or 0 cards after the hour, and you can actually get a pretty high price with this, so you'll see a lot more cards. So let's go over to the transfer list. We've got 2 cards sell on. Let's take a look. What's it going to be? There we go. Carvajal and Danilo has sold on, and we need to go and get Lodi sold on. But boys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click here to go and watch another one. Another trading video, or maybe even an EA Sports FC video. You will absolutely love it. Aish!